Well, the New York Jets have a new starting quarterback, at least for this week, in week 3 against Tampa. Plus, Brady Cook is expected to get the call up, and boy, is the injury report getting a little lengthy. We'll talk about all of it. Boy Green Daily starts right bleeping now.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Leston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you find your podcast. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. A start of another new era of New York Jets quarterbacking football here for the NYJ. According to ESPN's Rich Cimini, Tyrod Taylor will be the 40th quarterback to start a game for the Jets since Joe Namath's last season in 1976. Wait a second. I'm being told we have new information to share. So hang on just a second. It's not Tyrod Taylor.
Figure out after you heard that they ruled out Justin Fields, where it'll be Tyrod Taylor on Sunday. Just obviously, your first game came to relief him against the Jets, against Todd. Just want to ask you about what you remember about playing with him your first year in Cleveland.
It's correctly pronounced Tyrod, but he doesn't correct people. No, he's awesome guy. Really good leader, veteran presence that was instrumental for me in the midst of a chaotic first year in Cleveland. That somebody I relied on a lot, so I have a ton of respect for him. Just the way he's able to command and operate. So obviously, Justin presents different challenges, but Tyrod is able to, do his own thing. He's played a lot of ball, been everywhere, different systems. So, that'll be a good matchup.
My B. I'm sorry, I've been calling him Tyrod this entire time. Tyrod. And I forgot about in the Buffalo trip, we went, hey, by the way, everybody, it's Tyrod, not Tyrod. And everyone went, what? You've been in the league for like 1,000 years. You're just saying it now? But anywho, I'm a big name guy. People butcher my last name all the time. You see my last name, it's right here. E-S-D-E-N. Well, how many possible ways could you say it? Well, let me tell you, as a kid growing up, Edson. Yeah, it's just to explain it for anyone else that may be curious out in the universe. I join any future podcast, and they just sort of say it. First off, two things here. Two random lessons. One, always ask if you don't know. Like, if it's Smith, and then they say, actually, it's Smythe. Like, okay, well, that's the zebra, with the polka dots. Okay. But for the most part, always ask. But for those who are curious, it's Esdin. The S is basically a Z. Esdin. If anyone was curious. So I need to work on it. Tyrod Taylor, the new starting QB1 for the New York Jets. Justin Fields was rolled out yesterday as he matriculates his way through the NFL's concussion protocol, which is a difficult matriculation in a short period of time. 5-step concussion protocol. Justin Fields was not at the team's facilities yesterday, according to ESPN's Rich Cimini. So it will be Tyrod Taylor time. And that was Baker Mayfield talking about it, because they're all interwoven. Because Baker Mayfield had his NFL debut against the Jets, replacing his former teammate, Tyrod Taylor, while they were playing against the Jets on Thursday Night Football, who are head coached by Todd Bowles, who is now the Bucs head coach, and Baker is the Bucs quarterback, and Tyrod is the Jets quarterback, and then it's all over the place. It's hard to keep track of, quite frankly. But the many trips and journeys, which takes us to the Week 3 Jets-Bucs game. By the way, I see this, our number one Austrian Jet fan, baby, gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Hey, now. Shout out to our number one Austrian Jet fan, baby. Appreciate your support. You have another raffle ticket for our contest, baby, which you guys all need to jump on top of. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the money sign, and all you have to do is spend $3 on the channel here. That's all you have to do. By the way, that membership, real quick, that went to Wishby. Wishby. You get that Boy Green Coffee Club membership, baby. We love to friggin' see it. I love the support. And now we have 107 raffle tickets for our boy, number one Austrian Jets fan, who supports the program in ways that only we can praise wholly. So thank you, our number one Austrian Jet fan. That's updated on the scrolling ticker. So, yes, it is the Tyrod Taylor era, and there's a lot of things to unpack there. Connor Hughes on Jets' Final Drive this week said last year, as a matter of fact, we'll tweet out this clip later, but last year, Tyrod Taylor received captain votes as the backup quarterback for the Jets. Captain votes? Almost getting a C on his chest as a backup. That just explains the level of respect that he garners among his teammates. That only continues to put that out there. So there's so much to unpack with Tyrod Taylor and this, that, or the other. But let's get a few questions. I see that we have a couple of questions in here, so let's get right to it. Shout out to Mahar Khalil. Good morning, BG Coffee Club and all Jet fans. Tampa Bay will see a majority of second-string players for defense. Yes. There is an incredibly lengthy injury report for both teams, but more so the Jets. The Bucs have had multiple serious injuries. We'll talk about those here in just a moment, I promise. So we will be getting there. Taylor Sterling, their guard is out. Yeah, that's Cody Mauch, Mauch. He's out for the season. Devastating injury for the Bucs. Their right tackle, I'm going to butcher it. I had it, and now with all the Tyrod Taylor stuff, Goedeke, Goedeke, that name escapes me now, but I heard it. I sort of like spoke it into the mirror, but now I'm going to butcher it. But he's out. He re-aggravated an injury, according to Jeremy Fowler. Tristan Wirfs was a limited participant this week, but how Todd Bowles talked, he says he wants to see him like fully in practice. And he wants, like, Wirfs to believe, like, there's all this stuff that it seems like he's not going to play, would be my guess, on Tristan Wirfs. So he's out. So Mauch's out. Wirfs going to likely be out. Kalijah Cansey's the big one on defense. He had a season-ending injury, tore his pec. And, boy, he's a disruptive player. If you guys remember in that 2023 draft, there are 3 players on my bingo card. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Oh, my God. His name's just Kalijah Cansey, and then there was one other one that's escaping me now. But anywho, Kalijah Cansey's been really good in the league. 11.5 sacks, 20-some-odd quarterback hits. I mean, he's been disruptive. The problem with Kalijah, he hasn't been able to stay healthy, the product out of Pitt. He has yet to complete a full season, and obviously he won't this year after getting hurt. And Todd Bowles says they don't have anyone on the roster that can replace his pass rush production. So he says they're going to have to do it by a committee approach. So, yeah, a lot of injuries for Tampa Bay. We'll also talk about the injuries for the Jets. Barbara, good morning. Anybody see the Facebook post about a ban of alcohol at the parking lot tailgates at MetLife being enforced by police? So let me just say this, Barbara, because I know we have our Jets-Cowboys tailgate right around the corner. I'll give you guys a lot of updates on that, so why not now, I suppose. You are allowed to have alcohol at the tailgate, of course. Here is where things get funky. If you have like one of those like open bar tailgate things, from what I've been told, you have to have your alcohol license and stuff. But basically what our tailgate will be is there's a BYOB element, so you guys can bring whatever you want. And as I've said the entire time, that we will have select alcohol available. We'll have a couple of coolers, so it's going to be in the BYOB fashion. We'll have a couple of coolers. You guys can feel free if you paid for the tailgate package with our event. There'll be a couple of coolers that have waters, and there'll be a couple of coolers that have select alcohol in a variety fashion. You can take what you'd like. So, yes, apparently some people have been tripped up over some of the massive tailgates that are doing crazy alcohol stuff. They've gotten into some trouble, and there's been undercover police and all kinds of things going on there. For us, we should be absolutely fine from everything that I checked in with all my people, Barbara. So don't worry about that. At least for our tailgate. I can't speak to anyone else's, but ours is you can bring any coolers you want. Obviously, it's a tailgate. It's open atmosphere. You guys can bring anything you'd like, but what we will provide for anyone that paid for the food drink package, when you guys get to our tailgate, you'll get a little wristband for the food, and you'll be checked off a list and all that jazz. So you should be well taken care of, Barbara, and anyone else that paid for that package. By the way, just speaking of the tailgate, I got a big-ass box. It's sitting right over there. The T-shirts. I told you guys that we were going to get tailgate T-shirts for the event. And I got a big-ass box over there. That is the final shipment of all the shirts for the tailgate. So this weekend, me and my fiance, we're going to be organizing all of them up. Barbara was this size up. Josh was this size, and we're going to organize it all up, and you'll have these little packages that you guys will get, so we'll have it all organized and ready to go. Our filmographer, we had a phone call late last night, so he's going to be taping everything from the food to our jet chants and hanging out, and we'll use that for future intros of the show and everything else, and you guys will see there'll be some episodes of the tailgate where they will be filming, so that'll be pretty cool too, so that's going to be awesome. And this, let me put this out there in the universe. I have just been so humbled by all you guys out in the universe because I had no idea how many of you were going to show up. It's not an insult to you. I just didn't know. Like last year, I did the tailgate with Nick Shine, and that was a lot of fun. I just jumped on with what he was doing. This year, for the first time ever, I'm doing it by myself. It's me and Woody by ourselves, respectively, in terms of running it, me contacting the Jets and doing all that hoopla behind the scenes. So I didn't know how many people were going to come. So the Jets say, hey, Paul, you want to do this group ticket thing? You need at least 6 people. I said, I hope I have that. I don't know, maybe 20. So when I did this group ticket purchase, because I had no idea, I didn't really have a sense, I said, hey, Jets, it'll be like 25 people. I don't know. And they said, well, if it changes, let us know. I'm like, okay. And then obviously I promoted out to you guys in the universe, and all of a sudden it went from 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And I'm like, oh my goodness, good Lord have mercy. This is way more people than I thought, which was awesome. And a cool perk that has happened here that I've just been informed with is, so I'm glad that, Barbara, you brought this up for the tailgate and Jets-Cowboys game, which again is 2.5 weeks away, which is unbelievable. And the Jets reached out to me, and they provided a bunch of these on-field access tickets for some members of the tailgate. And they said this is a little gift because you were only going to have 25, then you had 50 and 60 and all these other people, and the numbers just jumped, that we decided to give you a couple. So I wanted to let you guys know this because I just was informed of this week. And what I want to tell you is this, is that I hope we get to do this tailgate every year moving forward. I hope so, because I love doing it and I want to do it right. And maybe it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger every year. But because this is my first year doing this group Jets ticket thing, unfortunately, everyone will not be able to have post-field access to the game to get on the field. What the Jets told me this week is that if you guys continue to come every year, and it's you, Paul, me running the point of being the Boy Green guy every year, you get more and more perks. I know there are other Jet content creators in the universe that gets everyone on the field, and I want to get us there, which is sort of my point. Is I want to get to a point where all of us can go on the field, and it's a thing that we're able to celebrate once a year, every year moving forward. This year, we will not be able to get everyone on the field after the game, and I apologize for that. I wish we could, but there's only going to be a select amount of those available. It was a surprise. I did not even know that was a thing, and the Jets let me know because of the people that we're bringing that they surprised us with those this week. So people, what I would say to you, if that's something that revs your engine and you want to join this thing every year, we're going to do one Jets home game every year, and hopefully moving forward for the foreseeable future. So it's another tailgate thing that just came up. So, Barbara, I appreciate you bringing it up. So awesome. And like I said, I hope in the future we keep doing it, and the more we keep doing it, the more perks that the Jets will provide to us, which will be cool, and we could talk about that as well. And shout out to Terrence. Let's go. He's going to be there. That's going to be great, too. Alon says Wirfs is supposed to be back in week 5. There you have it. Ryder and Talon's Pa. Let's see here. Any update on JJ? Well, Jermaine Johnson did not practice yesterday for the Jets. Let's get into that very concerning injury report. In terms of the length and just in general. So let me, I'm going to pop this up on the screen here. Here's the injury report for the New York Jets. There's a lot of names on this list. That's the blunt way to say it here on the program. Okay, here it is. Let's throw this up. So, okay, here's the injury report for the Jets. I'll hide your comment real quick here, Ryder. That's a lot of players. 7 players for the Jets did not practice. 6 of the 7 are key starters or just full-time players, and you'll understand what I mean by that in a second. So Tony Adams, starting safety, hip, did not practice. Michael Carter II, shoulder, starting nickel corner, did not practice. Justin Fields, concussion, did not practice, and as we found out, he was the only member of this entire group that has been ruled out for the Week 3 game. Starting quarterback, of course, did not practice with a concussion. Jermaine Johnson, who you just asked about, ankle, did not practice. Kene Nguanu, who is a starter in terms of the return game, hamstring, did not practice. Josh Reynolds, starting wide receiver, hamstring, did not practice. And finally, Jay Tufele continues to battle an illness. He missed all of practice last week, missed the game. Very odd situation. Hopefully he's okay. Did not practice. 7 players did not practice. 6 of those 7 are key players of the Jets. So less than ideal. The good news is that only one of them has been ruled out so far, which is good. And the other 4, Marcelino McCurry Ball, who's a team captain and special teams ace, he was a limited participant with a hamstring. And the other 3 players on this injury report were all full participants. That's a good sign. Andre Cisco, starting safety, shoulder, full participant. Sauce Gardner, groin, full participant, starting corner, of course. And then Francisco Mauingoa, a.k.a. Kiko, was a full participant with an elbow. Now, you may say, I haven't seen him at all. Well, he's played 86% of the special team snaps so far this season. So another key special teamer is Kiko. And it didn't look that good when he was holding his arm as he was walking off the field, but a full participant, so great news there. So specifically to JJ, we're going to have to wait to see how he responds today, but did not practice yesterday. Again, Jermaine Johnson's social media posts seem to indicate he's going to be okay, but he's not a doctor, so we'll see. But Ryder, thank you for the question on Jermaine. Yeah. Shout out to Pop. Hey now, about to head to the airport to leave. He's over there in Abu Dhabi and start this 38-hour trip home. So safe travels to my Pop. Safe travels. Pop says it. Take the like button to Pound Town. Yes. Yes, please do. Yes, as Austrian said, Cody Mack is out for the season for the Bucs. Good, he was a tough son of a gun. He got, Mack is out, Alon. Mock is out, and he's out for the season. Adam Schefter gave that update last night. Whatever injury he had, it's a knee or something. I don't have it in front of me. But whatever the injury was for Mock, he played through it to finish the game. Yeah, here it is. He had a it doesn't say what it was. It just said he suffered a season-ending knee injury. It's a knee. He played the rest of the game after suffering that knee, and then, you're out. Oh, good Lord. So, yeah, out for the season. Mock out. Mock 0. Yes. Yeah, like I said, Jared B says JJ had some posts on social media. Thank God. All y'all don't even know. I don't know if that's a family thing. Hopefully everything's okay because he's got a beautiful pregnant fiance there, or wife. So hopefully everything's okay there, or it's the ankle. Again, we're all interpreting, so I don't know. Troy Sturgis. I don't know if I missed it, but how do you call into the show? Halfway through every show, Troy and everyone else in the universe, you have an opportunity to call into the program. It's the pinned comment on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, you will see it highlighted. It'll be above all the other comments. You'll see it in all caps. Call in and link, and you'll be able to click that. We'll open that up in like 10 minutes here on the show. So that's coming. Today is a Thursday. So we've got Thursday Night Football, the AFC East, Dolphins versus the Bills. I expect the Dolphins to get beaten with a rusty wrench, but you never know what's going to happen. So we'll have that. And also tomorrow is the big show. Gary Myers, Bob Lederer, the history show, and also the future show, hopefully, talking about these Jets that are eligible for the Hall of Fame. Alon, Dan Feeney, I forgot about that dude. All I remember was him chugging beers at an Isles game once, Isles playoff game. Yeah, I just ran into Dan Feeney, so I did Jets, Giants, and Bills training camps. And for the Bills, Dan Feeney had just been signed that week. So I ran into a couple of former Jets. Jimmy Choo Choo Charlo, Dan Feeney, Elijah Moore. They have a lot of Jets on that team. And so I ran into a bunch of them. But I got to interview and hang out with Dan Feeney. And he was like, it's Paul, right? And a handshake. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, Dan Feeney. Okay. All right. Dan Feeney. He was on the Buffalo Bills practice squad. Now he's signed to the Bucs. He's jumping right to their 53-man roster. So I'm happy for Dan. So yeah, I got to run into him and chop it up a little with him at Bills training camp. Good dude, good party dude, and happy for Dan. Very experienced guy. I'm surprised he wasn't on a 53-man roster already with his experience. So why wouldn't you want that as depth? Hell, I would have wanted that as depth for the Jets. But yeah, shout out to Dan Feeney. He just got signed by the Bucs after the season-ending injury to Cody Mack. Taylor Sterling says he has the best mullet in the NFL. Can't confirm. I saw that puppy in person, business up front, party in the back. Oh, yeah. Big shout out to Dan Feeney. J-Boy says the Jets front seven should feast. They should. We'll see if they do. They should. Yes, it is Luke. Thank you. Luke is the other injury on the Bucs offensive line. Yeah. Alon says, still think Baker Mayfield wins this one. They are favored quite handily to win this game. Old Yank says, if we win Sunday, that means we win against the majority of second stringers. It isn't a true testament of the team against the ones. If we lose, it says a lot. I wouldn't even go that far, to be honest with you. I wouldn't go that far. We win, it doesn't count. We lose, we're idiots. No. It's the NFL, man. People get hurt all the time. We got hurt. Is anyone singing sad songs about the Jets having 7 players that didn't practice yesterday? 6 of the 7 being key starters? No. It's the NFL, man. It's a battle of attrition, and the battle of attrition has begun. All teams are getting wounded. Everyone's guaranteed to get wounded. It's just how much are you getting wounded? So no, I don't look at it this way at all, Yank. You win the almost went a little aggressive there. You win the gosh darn game under any circumstance, regardless of your injury situation. No one remembers. If Jets beat the Bucs, right? Let's say they beat the Bucs on Sunday. We fast forward to the end of the season. We're not all going to be around the bar going, well, they did win, but it was only because they had a bunch of guys out. No, you forget about all those details. You're just like, did they win or did they lose? That's how we remember the story. That's how the songs are written. So, yes. Let's go to Tony here on YouTube. Imagine if Tyrod, thank you, played well. Will that mean we do what Pittsburgh did to Fields and keep him out? I am curious. I asked this to Jake Asman. If you missed our interview, that is on the @MC Show digital YouTube channel, which there's a direct link in the YouTube description down below. We posted that interview yesterday. He had his first reaction to Justin Fields being ruled out. And I asked him basically that question, like, hey, man, if he plays well, do we keep him on the old bench? But sort of sell it like, let's give Justin another week to get right. Let's give Justin another week. And then you just sort of delay it. That's a good question. I don't know. Jake said, bluntly, if the Jets win with Tyrod Taylor on Sunday against the Bucs, then why would you take him out to throw someone else in there? And even though Justin Fields is our guy. So, hey, I'd love to have that first world problem, Tony. Let's have that first world problem, and then we can talk about it. So, yeah. Yeah, Jordan Addison is out for another week for the suspension. Yeah, he's back in week 4, for those asking. Let's see. Yeah, celebrate. Yeah, Coffee Club merch should be coming here in the near future. So, yeah. Shout out to the Chef Kevin Gilbert here. He's alive in the chat. Great to see Chef here. Wow. Chef Kevin Gilbert, $1.99. Appreciate that. We'll add that to your previous totals. And thank you, everybody, by the way. I said this yesterday, but I want to say it again. Thank you for getting Indy his emoji. Again, they are working on that. When I say they, it's Snowball of Jets Worldwide, all one word, Jets Worldwide, wide, that YouTube channel. He and Indy are working on the emoji, so whenever that is cooked up, we will make that reveal. But thank you guys out there in the universe. YouTube has rules about certain memberships being achieved before we could get to emojis. So very much looking forward to Indy getting his emoji. So thank you everybody who stepped up this, including Fastest Food Reviews, aka Chef Kevin Gilbert, Austrian Jet Fan, JoJo, Jared B. I mean, so many of you, Fleur Lily and Chef and everyone that stepped up. I really appreciate it. So yeah, and apparently they were having that same conversation too. Okay, see, I just yeah. Good. Yeah. Barbara says, thanks, BG. Alex Klein posted it this morning. Didn't know if it would affect ours. Yes. So I did immediate exploration on that. I'm like, oh boy, that could be an issue. I don't drink for the most part, but obviously for a tailgate, I wanted to make sure we're all taken care of. So yes, I reached out to the proper people, and that should not affect us. Like I said, everyone that is eating with us or drinking our waters or alcohol will have a wristband, and if any police officer or anything comes up, hey man, we're BYOB. We're just all chilling here, and the wristbands are for the food, so it should not affect us whatsoever. But I did double check that, Barbara. So thank you for bringing it to my attention, though, for sure. Some good questions in here. Yes. Yes. So the right tackle is out too. On top of that, and then the Tristan Wirfs stuff. Everyone's liking Mac. Yeah. Long trip for my pop. So thank you guys for giving the kind words there. I appreciate it. Number one Usher Jet fan. Let's get back to him. Tyrod. I like Tyrod a lot. There's a reason everyone's been saying he's the best backup quarterback in the league and all this other stuff. There's just a floor with Tyrod. Now, of course, it's a scary floor because there's a few cracks in the foundation. Tyrod has been hurt in a lot of crazy-ass ways during his career, and he's been unable to stay healthy. He has never played a full season in his NFL career, and he hasn't had a start since that end of the Giants run before he joined the Jets. So, but what I do like about Tyrod is the deep shots, baby. And we have not really seen that in this offense in the first 2 weeks. Consistent deep bomb, just uncork a ball all the way down there. Justin Fields did a little bit more in the Steelers game. It was non-existent, obviously, in the Bills game. So Tyrod is not going to be afraid to take shots. The Jets just need to make sure on those take shots that they protect him offensive line-wise, because Todd Bowles gets pretty aggressive. So that's it. And Brady Cook, not that this should be overly surprising because of the quarterback construction of this roster, he's expected to get the call up. It will likely be a temporary elevation. We'll see that on Saturday of Brady Cook, undrafted free agent at Missouri. He's on the practice squad, get the temporary call up for the game to be the QB2, and then we'll sort of see what happens from there. If the Jets have a better sense of Justin Fields' health status than I do, so that will be your quarterback room. It'll be Tyrod Taylor and Brady Cook. And unless another quarterback is added somewhere in this short period of time, those will be the only two quarterbacks available. Although if I'm the Jets, I'm probably adding another one to the practice squad as a just in case. But we'll sort of see what the Jets decide to do here over the coming days. But yeah, it's the NFL, like 100%. As Kyle Clifton says, you can only play who's in front of you. So I don't like, oh, this is a half a win. This is a full loss. This is this. No, it's wins and losses. It's black and white. It's a results-oriented business. I don't give a shit. I don't care if everyone's out and my grandma's out on the field. If the Jets can beat her ass to get to a win, okay, move over, gam. Sorry. I don't care who the hell is out on that field. Old Yank says, I get that. I just want us to win against the best players in the opposing team. Let's just win against any players because we haven't won it all so far, right? Like last week against the Bills, geez, they got Ed Oliver out. Whoa, they got Teron Johnson out. And it didn't mean dick. We lost. Who cares? Got our ass beat. So, like, you know what? I'll win against anybody. Sure, I understand what you mean. We've got our Survivor show starting next week for our Survivor fans in the audience. Here's a very niche reference, right? The Dragon Slayer, Coach Wade, who played Survivor, he always talked about bringing the best warriors to the end to beat them at Tribal Council. You know, you want to play against the best of the best of the best. And in theory, that's very commendable of you, old gang, that you don't want any excuses. You want everybody riding it out. But in this world of the NFL, no one's 100% anymore. And we're only in week 3. So the not being 100% is only going to those percentages are only going to decrease as we go through the season. That's the God honest truth. So we'll keep an eye on that moving forward. And I don't give a shit how the media plays. I'm saying some people in here say, well, it'll only be this or only be that in terms of perception. I don't care. Let's get a win. And yes, as Mahar Khalil says, don't forget the 50-50 raffle for the Wounded Warrior Project. Speaking of Pop, let's bring that up real quick. I don't have the standings. My father has that in terms of who has gifted what so far. So he will give that update coming up on Saturday's show. So that will be coming up in the near future. But let's give a shout out for Pop here on the show. And here it is. This is the Hop on Pop. Let me just get rid of your comment real quick here, Mahar Khalil. Hop on Pop Wounded Warrior Project 50-50 raffles. So we're 2.5 weeks away from our tailgate and 2.5 weeks from this coming to its conclusion. You guys have until midnight on Saturday, October 4th to submit your money for a 50-50 raffle. And here it is in the simplest terms. 50% of all the money raised goes to the Wounded Warrior Project, an amazing cause, and I can talk a little bit more about that later. It's a very important cause to me, and it always has been, and for good reason. This just is a way to make a difference for veterans, and your contributions helps over 1 million veterans and their families. So support the Wounded Warrior Project today. Our soldiers that we send out there in the universe don't always return the same way, and this is a way to help those in a variety of fashions. The Wounded Warrior Project is the nation's leading veteran service. So let me just read their line. The Wounded Warrior Project, WWP, is the nation's leading veteran service organization dedicated to the total well-being of post-9/11 wounded, ill, or injured veterans and their family. From mental health and physical wellness to the VA benefits assistant, peer support, and more, we're changing the way our nation cares for our veterans, helping them thrive for a lifetime. So, again, this is an important cause to me and has been an important cause to my father for a very long time, raised in a military household. So, here's how it works, everybody. Is that 50% of the proceeds goes to the Wounded Warrior Project. 50% of the proceeds goes to you, the winner out there in the universe, and here's how it works. Raffle tickets are $1 a piece. $1. If you donate $1, in the 2 ways I will explain to you how you can do it, then you will have a chance to win 50% of the money. So hopefully you guys can dig deeper into your pockets if you're in the financial position to do so. No shame if you can. But if you can afford to do it, I would love for you to donate to this charitable effort that we're attempting to do here. Again, here are the 2 ways you guys can send in your money. My father, and it's both through my father. My father's Venmo, that's at Paul-Esden, Paul-ESDEN, that's Venmo, or PayPal, all one word, at HopOnPop22. HOPONPOP digits 22 is how you can donate. Just put your name, or if you have a nickname like on the channel and you prefer that over whatever your real name is, like Indy Jets versus his real name, if you'd prefer that, or if you just want your real name, whatever. Just identify whoever you are. And again, raffle tickets are $1 a piece. If you give $1, you have 1 raffle ticket. You give $100, you have 100 raffle tickets. And whoever donates the most out of this entire pool will get a special prize pack, which will have multiple autographed items, including a Jets item for you guys as well. So it's not just random items. There will be a Jets item in there as well. And some really cool stuff. Bob's book is going to go in there, an autographed copy of Bob's book. There's a lot of really cool prizes I think you guys are really going to appreciate. So our top donator will get that special prize pack. The top donator doesn't always win our normal monthly raffles, but this felt like a very special occasion where that person should be honored in some way. So we will do that. So, guys, if you do have the financial means to do so, please feel free to do so. That is Paul-Esden on Venmo, at HopOnPop22 on PayPal. Thank you, Mahar Khalil, for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. And we've raised over $1,200 so far. So shout out to you guys. That's amazing. This is for charity. This is friggin' awesome. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy we were able to do this. Again, same sort of way I talked about earlier, tailgate. I don't know how many people are coming with me. Not sure. And then I get surprised. With this, I don't know. I wasn't sure how many people were going to donate when my father had this idea, and we were trying to sort of figure out how best to present it to you guys. And over $1,200 raised so far. We still have another 2.5 weeks. So let's see what more good yeoman's work we can do here for sure. Yes. Also, for the people asking about parking passes, I did speak with my ticket rep. 1 second, I will read that out to you guys for the Jets Cowboys game. I'll read straight from the horse's mouth here. Here via text message here in a second. Okay. The week of the game, either Tuesday or Wednesday before. So, okay, guys, for those that have not purchased a gold parking pass, if you have, you're all taken care of. Don't worry about it. But if you had not purchased a parking pass from me, you have a chance to buy the cheapest possible parking pass. It's gold parking lot because we will be tailgating again in D1. D is in dog, 1. That will be our tailgate area for you guys to come for Chef Kevin Gilbert's food, all of our fun festivities and all that. Again, D1, 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 D1. D is in dog 1. Or D is in Demario Davis 1. Maybe that's another way to do it. But you guys will have a chance to buy the cheapest possible gold parking pass straight from the Jets. The Jets will send me a link, and I will provide it available to all you guys that are coming to our tailgate. And again, it will be the week of the game, either Tuesday or Wednesday before, according to my Jets ticket rep. So it'll be very close. So don't worry. She tells me it's going to be very close. Days away from the game is when you guys will be able to purchase it. Just want to make sure I put that one out there as well. Okay. Kyle Clifton says, they will never stop me from setting up my still and selling alcohol in the parking lot. I got to send kids to college. Yes, I don't know where this came from, where they're like, we need to really crack down on this. I'm not sure, but apparently they have been cracking down. So, yeah. DJ Dirty Cooch is saying, shout out to Pops. Yeah, Pops is the best. NC Green says, BG, we should give 100% to the folks who protect us. I agree. We should. But for this cool 50-50 raffle, I think it's cool. Again, whoever the winner is, you can keep all the money you want. You want to donate the money, great. No pressure. You guys can do whatever you want, whoever wins the money. That is all up to you out there in the universe. So I'm just happy that we've raised any money for the Wounded Warrior Project, which is great. Mahar Khalil says, hopefully a group pick will be part of the prize. Yes, for everyone that's together, we're 100%. Like I said, we're going to have a filmographer, a cinematographer, or whatever the word you want to use. I just called him last night, and it's all set. He's going to be filming the event. Multiple cameras, pictures from the tailgate. He's actually has a ticket to the Jets game as well, so he's going to be taking shots of all of us all together because we're all in sections. So there's like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 5 rows of seats, but we don't have every one of them filled. There's 25 seats to a row, but we have 5 rows and they go up, and the closest to the field is our cameraman, and he's going to be shooting us all up of all the people in our group. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And so that'll be another extra perk for you guys that are going, is that it will be forever captured in film form. There'll be short form video, long form video, and all kinds of stuff out. So we will keep you guys posted on all of that coming up. That's going to be awesome. Let's see. Barbara says, how do we get from the tailgate? How do we get to the tailgate from the train? Okay, let me see if we can do this live here on the show of the MetLife parking locations train. Let me see how it all works. The station is located off exit 15X on the eastern extension of the New Jersey Turnpike. Ticket holders can park in that parking spot or take the Meadowlands rail service to the MetLife Sports Complex. So there you go, Barbara. They have this on the MetLife Stadium information tab for transportation. You're allowed to take the Meadowlands rail service, which will take you to the MetLife Sports Complex, and then you just ask your MetLife attendant, how do I get to D1, and they will guide you right there. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. William asks, Brady will be backup. That's the only choice. There's only 3 quarterbacks on the Jets roster. Justin Fields is out. Tyrod Taylor's on the 53-man roster, and Brady Cook is on the practice squad. So that is the only combination that works out. Number one Austin Jet fan. We worked out about 8 corner safeties who signed so far. That was Nick Needham. He's a longtime former Dolphin, spent the first 6 years of his career with the Dolphins. This offseason, he was with the Browns from the draft through final roster cuts, and they signed him. he is on the practice squad. That's the only one so far, but some guys to look out for. There's a couple reunion possibilities, obviously. Jalen Mills, Green Goblin. I'd love Green Goblin back. Now, apparently, I've been informed he signed with the Texans practice squad, so if the Jets signed him, they'd have to bring him to the 53-man roster. And Arthur Millette is another reunion possibility as well. So there you have it. All right, everybody. Or as Yo Holmes likes to call him, Nick Nobody. Oh, that, he's a nice guy, I'm sure. A very nice guy. All right, let's do this. We have 300 people in the room. Like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. Also, if you haven't, check out all the content we have. We did an interview with Trevor Sikkema. He's PFF's lead NFL draft analyst. His nickname is Tampa Bay Trey. He is a diehard Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. He's covered Tampa Bay as a former beat reporter. And he was terrific. We had a 40-minute conversation talking all kinds of fun Jets-Bucks topics earlier this week. Boy Green Coffee Club members had early access to that interview. And now it's open to the public. So you guys can check that out. It's in our video section. So feel free to enjoy that conversation. That was great. Our Jake Asman interview is on the MC Show digital channel. There's a direct link in the YouTube description down below. If you guys are unaware of that channel, feel free to subscribe over there as well. That's our Jets interviews. That's not available over here on this channel. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff cooking, baby. A lot of stuff cooking. Let's do this. We'll open up the phone lines. And for those that were curious, how do we open up the phone lines? Well, quick little hep time out, and your phone calls next here on the show.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go.
The phone lines are open, baby. The pin comment. You're watching on YouTube right now. You'll see a big old button. It says call in. Click it. And if you've never called in before, it may ask you a few steps like allow mic and camera access and some of those things. And feel free to take full advantage and call into the show. Whether you're a first-time caller or a long-time caller, all appreciated all the same. Talk about all things Jets, whether it's a lengthy Jets injury report, the Tyrod Taylor situation, or what have you. All of that is fair game. And also, like I said, keep your memberships flowing for our raffle happening this month with an autograph Bob Lederer book and so much other action here on the program. So feel free to take full advantage. J-Boy says, we suck when they steal players from the Browns. Well, he wasn't on the Browns anymore. He was with the Browns at the end of August and then was cut. But hey, Cleveland, hey, we all have our own problems. All right, let's go to the phone lines here. We go to him. It is Kyle Clifton time, baby. What's up, Kyle?
What's going on?
Hey, what's happening, man?
So I think that unless there is a marked change to the game planning, we're going to have some of the same problems that we had in game 2. It seems like the Bills were kind of hip to what Taylor Enstrom was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
We had stuff that was being blown up in the backfield. We had, Fields being limited by what he likes to do best. Engstrand's got to try and exploit some of the different strengths of Tyrod and kind of surprise the Buccaneers a little bit. And then on the defensive side, I don't know if this is just growing pains or, Wilkes, hybrid system isn't taking for whatever reason. I thought that we had good personnel. Maybe we've been overrating our players a little bit.
Maybe.
Sauce did not play particularly well in game 2.
Right.
Michael Carter, it's just, and of course, Brandon Stevens. That's supposed to be the strength of our team, and they're not holding up on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem now is, even if Tampa Bay has all these guys hurt, I don't know how we're going to get home consistently if JJ can't play. We have some depth issues. Michael Clemens is the locks. He's been on this roster for 3 or 4 years now with no positive results. He provides little or no value. I would say negative value Like
Wow.
the penalties are pretty consistent. He can't set the edge. He doesn't get home. I'm not quite sure why he's around. Um, this is a game that they need to have, not because it's a conference game, but because they need to stop the bleeding. And, you know, to get a win in their pocket if they want to, keep the fans' interest and not have this be a total loss. And I'm hoping that a lot of the Jets content creators that are down there this weekend and their contingent will be able to kind of even the playing field as far as crowd noise and stuff like
Right.
that. Maybe we can get in there with some of their injuries, because I think their injuries are to players that are a little bit more front line.
For
And
sure.
maybe, yeah,
Absolutely.
and maybe get in there and steal one. But so far the results have been for this Glenn and Fields experiment have been as bad or worse as the Salah Rogers experiment.
Which is a tough pill, I'm sure, for Jet fans to hear because, normally when a new coach comes in, it's a honeymoon period. Everything's better. The water tastes better. The this tastes better.
Right.
The this tastes better. But the results in a results-oriented business league, 0-2 and a lot of those same, the penalties, disgusting. And that defensive end problem, I just hope Darren Mucci wakes up because, again, he did it at defensive tackle. Harrison Phillips and Juwan Briggs. Juwan Briggs was a lone bright spot in that Bills game. He looked good, and Harrison has been rock solid. So, I just hope he wakes up and does something. I don't give a shit if it's a free agent. I don't care if they come from the CFL, XFL, trade, whatever. Get creative right now and add more defensive ends. Tyler Barron, our rookie, was a healthy scratch last week, and we have nobody in the room. So if he can't be healthy for this, when is he ever going to play? And Jermaine Johnson not practicing this week, that's concerning us all hell because, to your point, you're a negative points player. If Jermaine doesn't play, Michael Clemens is starting at defensive end opposite of Will McDonald. Good Lord.
Right. And, it might be getting towards the point now where some of these guys who have been inactive or are not starting, that have been depth pieces that we really haven't seen play, might need to get in there and play.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's at defensive end. I don't know if that's at safety. I don't know if that's, what have you. But something's got to give, and probably starting after this game if we take another L. Thanks for your time, BG.
Yeah, appreciate it, Kyle. Thanks for the call. Always a really good caller. I'll tell you this in terms of game planning, though. Todd Bowles said this about Breece Hall. He's one of the best running backs in the league. Wow.
To that point, what type of challenge does Breece Hall present from the Jets, and also Garrett Wilson at wide receiver? They're top two offensive players.
I think Breece is one of the best backs in the league. He's got size, he's got speed, and he's got wiggle, so that makes him tough to bring down. They have a very good offensive line behind that. Garrett possesses speed, hands, and route running, so that's always going to be a problem when you have all three of those things, and he's been a good wide receiver in this league.
I agree. Breece Hall is a very talented guy. And speaking of game planning, right? Kyle Clifton subheading is game planning. Here's game plan. Get Breece Hall the gosh darn ball, man. If you're the Jets. Last week, only 2 catches, 9 yards. He had 10 carries in the game, but the offense was all kinds of discombobulated. Get the ball to Breece, specifically in open space. Because if we're starting to game plan for the Bucs, if you want to look at a potential Achilles heel of this Bucs defense is that when running backs catch crap in the flats, they are taking the yak. And Todd Bowles said one game it was miscommunication, other game it was this. That is a weakness of the Bucs defense, and the Jets should take advantage of it. That doesn't require a lot. A quick screen. Tyrod Taylor, hike the ball, fake lure the defenders in, and then boop, right over the top, right to Breece, open space, and let him go crazy. So I hope that is a big part of the game plan for the Jets. It looked good in week 1 when they did it against week 1 against Pittsburgh when they did it, and I was like, okay, but we didn't see it enough. There was 2 catches for 40 yards or something, and then this past week they're not doing it a lot. Screen. There are teams that would screen us to death. They'll just run the same play over and over and over again. We never did anything about it in the Salah regime. Let's flip the narrative. Let's run the same gosh darn play on them and see how they like it. So that's one part of the game plan. If you start really diving into this Jets-Bucks, running backs in the flat, that is 100% a way to attack this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. And they're super aggressive with Todd Bowles, so beat the aggression with those screens. So, yeah. Mahar Khalil saying Michael Clemens got promoted. No, he's the third defensive end on this team, but if Jermaine does not play, then he goes from third to second, which second is first, because I know I just confused you on the math. 2 defensive ends start, obviously, on the field. 4-3, defensive end, defensive tackle, defensive end, and the jet scheme. Will McDonald's one of them, but the other one was supposed to go to Jermaine. He didn't practice, so I don't know what's going on with Jermaine, which means Michael Clemens would start. And that's where Michael Clemens has gotten into issues. Zach Rosenblatt wrote a piece for The Athletic talking about the analytics. When he has played more, the Jets have struggled stopping the run and pressures and all these other things. There's a long list. Check out the full article on The Athletic by Zach Rosenblatt. The Jets just need to add more bodies so Michael Clemens is not in the position where he's starting games. I think that's the clean way to say it. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Mr. Famous Fulton joins us. Mr. Famous Fulton with a nice bow tie there.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, sir. What's on your mind?
Well, I heard the Muppet Show's coming back next year.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yep.
Terrific.
Sabrina Carpenter is going to be the guest star.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's great for business. Love
Yep.
Sabrina.
Yep. So how was the Hamilton musical?
Oh, yes. I'll tell you, my fiance would love to hear this, but, the fact of the matter is when I'm talking about this Hamilton thing is that I can't get the songs out of my head now. So that's a problem. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm in the bathroom. Everywhere I'm at in my life, just the Hamilton songs are on repeat. I'm just muting you, Mr. Fulton, because we're getting a reverb, but I'll open it back up so you can talk in a second. But Hamilton, I've never gone to a theater play in my life, so that was a new experience. They were front row, basically. They were within the first couple of rows, so it was explosive. There was lighting, there was people, there was cast changes, there was, all kinds of action happening. It's loud, it's in your face, there's dancing, there's all kinds of crap. But yeah, I can't get the songs out of my head. And I'll be honest, whenever my children, I've got a beautiful 4-year-old daughter who'll be 4 in January, and I got a son who turns 1 in November, and my daughter likes to listen to all these damn movies, has all the singing in it. And normally my least favorite part is the singing. So now that all these Hamilton songs are stuck in my head, that's something. But no, I mean, it was a great show. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm a football guy. I'm not a theater guy. So I wouldn't watch it or do that sort of thing every day, but every once in a while, my fiance likes it and I take her out to it. Okay, maybe. But it was crazy. So yeah, for sure, Mr. Fulton.
Well, that's pretty good. So I got my singing lessons for today. So getting ready for that tonight.
Okay, can you share anything that you're working on?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right, please get on camera. Let's see you. Yeah.
Yep, I've got my script here.
Oh, okay, great.
Let me find my script.
Sure. We always need the script.
Yes. So I only have like 6 lines.
Okay, that's okay. Quality over quantity.
Yep. But I've been practicing, so
okay. Yeah,
not
whenever
making
you're
any
ready.
Mistakes.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, flip on your camera and let's see this thing. Yeah.
Okay. Just a second here. I gotta find my page here.
Of course.
Give me a second.
Yeah, of course. We'll allow Mr. Famous Fulton to prepare himself. You don't want to rush perfection, of course. And we will see. Yes. But yes, I did go to Hamilton the other day. I did go to Hamilton. It was Tuesday night. Not a football night, nothing like that. Also, this isn't Hamilton, but oh my God, Adam Sandler was here in Syracuse last night. I didn't see him. I would have loved to see Adam Sandler. I've never seen him live, but that's neither here nor there. Anywho, Mr. Famous Fulton.
All right, here we go.
All right, let me get you here, please.
Sure. Yes, ma'am. Anything wrong? Oh, Whitestone Lockwood. How are you, Mr. Lockwood? Out for a stroll? Anything I could do for you? And you, young lady, you sure are a lucky lady. Good night, Mr. Lockwood. Well, thanks for saving my life. There you go.
All right, beautiful, great job, Mr. Fulton.
Yep.
And you got the Singing in the Rain coming up too, right?
Yes. Yep. That's coming up November 20th to the 22nd.
Okay, can you give us a sneak peek of that?
Yes. Well, the guy who plays Don Knox is going to be my good friend Mason. He's going to play him. So we've got some singers going to be performing. We got some tap dancers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. So it's going to be a fun show.
Okay.
So we're still working on it, but Sundays I won't do the dancing this time, but doing the singing today. So we're going to run some songs, I think we're going to try to do, and hopefully we can get that done. So
are you prepared to do any singing right now?
I could try.
Okay, great. Okay, here you go. Mr. Famous Fulton.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at the clouds, so dark up above. The sides of my heart, I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from a place. Come on with a rain, I got a smile on my face. Or walk down the lane with a happy refrain. Just singing, singing in the rain.
Excellent work, Mr. Famous.
Thank
Fulton.
you. Thank you.
I've got a quick question for you. That was marvelous,
Sure.
and anyone that listens or has the chance to listen,
Mhm.
and, Taylor says you're going to have every part, and I agree, 100%, Mr. Famous Fulton will. I never asked you this, but how did you find this show?
Oh, I found it on YouTube and Facebook and everything.
Oh, all right, that works for me. And you are a Colts fan, correct?
Yes, I am. And the Colts are winning 2 wins and 0 losers this time.
Yep, they're 2-0, baby. They've been
Mhm.
unbelievable. So, congrats, Mr. Fulton, on all your Colts success, and thank you, as always, for calling in.
Yep, and make sure you guys tune in for the Muppet Show. It's coming next year,
Okay,
2026.
Let's go. The Muppet Show, baby. Mr. Famous Fulton. Yes, he is. Praise the algorithm, as Taylor says. Thank you. Which, by the way, this is a healthy reminder. If you're watching on the YouTube, like the video. You never know who can get this show delivered to them. So make sure you like the video and certainly hit subscribe, baby. We are over 8,000 strong, and we're getting closer and closer every day. A couple more subscribers. Boop, 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 boop. So, yeah, baby, we cover a little bit of everything on this program. That's for dang sure. That's for sure. So praise the algorithm. Blessed be he. Blessed be he. It's delivered us, Mr. Famous Fulton. Who else could it deliver us? I don't know. But here we go. We've got Hepster. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. Hey, Mr. Fulton's getting better. I think he really projected. He started going down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he got like right here in this area specifically, and you could hear it in the voice. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's getting better for sure. I saw that your fiance has Wicked planned for the next.
Oh boy, I don't know. Whoa! We need to slow this train down. I feel like I thought, I was going like, hey, look, I've never done this before. Here you go, boom, great. I'm hoping what didn't happen is I just pushed something downhill, and now all of a sudden I've opened up Pandora's box here of like Wicked and God. I don't even know any Little Annie, whatever made up things I'm about to say right now. So that's what I'm concerned about. But by the way, Hep, here's this, right? So I told you I talked to this the cinematographer guy who was here last year at our tailgate last year. I said there's going to be a few things different about this tailgate. And I was explaining some of it to him, and I said and there's going to be this guy. His name's Hep, and he's going to be singing, and hopefully we're like all getting kind of the Boy Green Daily song going, and that fired up the camera slash like picture and video guy. He went, oh yeah, I got ideas for how I'd want to like film it, and I'm like, oh, phenomenal. So yeah, he plans on miking everybody up and
nice.
or miking the people up and doing all kinds of things. So yeah, again, it's above my pay grade the stuff he'll be doing, but yeah, he was fired up about it. So Hep, this is going to be epic.
Oh, awesome! I'm great. I'm looking forward to it. Now I was talking about the Jets as far as this weekend coming up. Are you doing the game again, or are you taking
Oh
off
yeah,
this week?
baby.
You doing?
No. Damn it, Hep, you've pushed me in. I'm in. I'm all the way in. The only game I won't be doing is the Jets Cowboys because we'll be there. But besides that, we just got to keep going, baby.
Well, it's really good practice for you, that's for sure.
I think so, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun, and the fans seem to be getting a real kick out of it. And hey, man, if anyone's enjoying it, that's that's awesome.
Yeah. Now, as far as coaching, I'm really concerned about what happened, and I think a lot of it's as far as the coaching, the game planning, especially on Wilkes's side of the ball.
Yeah.
A good coach is a good like a chess master. He knows how to set it up. The other thing, he's a good poker player. He knows how to, when you're going to go zig, he's going to zag.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing. And the other one is the evaluation of talent and motivation. And I'm really concerned about the chess part of it as far as the game planning. And I don't know about the evaluation of the players either. But, it's only 2 games in. So, we had the same problem with Saleh. I don't know if you remember when Saleh first got here, the defense was sucking for like first 2 or 3 weeks. We were talking about getting rid of Oldbrick, remember?
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
And then it settled down, and then we became one of the better defenses. But I think that's when Saleh said, hey, enough is enough. I'm getting involved in this defense now. And I think maybe that's what Glenn might be doing now. Maybe he's going to be I don't think he wants to be embarrassed like that.
Definitely not, especially because, and I know, again, Glenn does not like the label of being a defensive guy, but he played corner for 15 years and defensive assistant here, defensive coordinator here. Like, it's sort of, I would imagine something, if I was in his position, I would take additional pride in, like being a head coach, of course, but like the defense being that thing.
Yeah.
And that they're marrying these two things, right? That Steve Wilkes is a zone guy and Aaron Glenn is a man guy. And they're trying to just marry these sometimes diametrically opposed things as they're trying to figure it out has been interesting. And unfortunately, we're the guinea pigs and the lab animals as they're figuring this out, going, oh, well, hopefully it works, I guess. And it's just these sort of clashing of these two things. So I do hope it's less clashing and more harmonious. I think that's, as we keep on our song themes here, is that I hope that's more the waters we could swim in. Because Wilkes has been around forever, so I see a lot of Jet fans are very angry. I saw a little bit of Robbie Sabo and Jake Asman explaining how terrible apparently Wilkes has been. But he's just been around forever. So in theory, to me, how I interpret it is that should provide a floor. We can talk about ceiling. I guess that's on the players playing up to snuff, but I thought there'd be a floor here, and obviously that floor is bottomed out. We have no floor right now, but to a thing that we don't interpret. People were calling, to your point, Ulbricht's head on a pike. They wanted that after year one, like, Jesus, Saleh, rip the Band-Aid off. This is terrible. And Saleh said, ridiculous. I'm sticking by my guy. And obviously it ended up working out for what Saleh's run was of working out. And so hopefully we could just sort of buoy the choppy, turbulent waters here, and hopefully it sort of stabilizes because I think Wilkes is a really good defensive coach.
Oh yeah, I hope so. And we'll see what happens. It's going to be a rough one today, this week coming up. But if anything, maybe we'll catch them sleeping with Tyrod. Maybe they're not ready for that.
Yep, there you go. Well,
thanks,
we'll
guys.
See. Appreciate it. Again, folks, Tyrod. Come on, guys. Hep, Kyle, Tyrod. Although I just got this note from this former Buffalo Bills beat writer. He just DM'd me during the show because I tweeted out that clip of Baker correcting the media person. He spoke to the media yesterday, and I saw the clip. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'll play it on the show tomorrow. And this Buffalo Bills I'll leave him anonymous, but a former Buffalo Bills writer just DM'd me, and he said this. Bruh, that's the craziest story from when I covered the Bills beat. He legit never corrected us, calling him Tyrod for 2 years. Then, like the week before his second or third last game in Buffalo, he said, hey, by the way, it's Tyrod. And he said, we all looked at each other. We're like, dude, are you serious? Why the fuck did you never correct us? So I don't know why some people don't, but I just got that story from a former Bills beat writer that I'm friendly with, and it's sort of crazy. But again, as a radio guy for interviews, like when I get big guests that I just have never spoken with, I just really want to. I don't want to assume. What I try to do though is do my research. So if I'm doing an interview with like a coach or a college football player or NFL player or something that I had not done something with, I try to go to YouTube interviews and hear multiple other people, not just one person, but multiple other people do the interview, hear it. And I'm like, okay, I think I got it. And then I'd ask the person too, just to confirm. And like I said, you never know. So, yeah, for sure. Barbara says, I like the game day live show since I don't get many Jets games here in VA. Well, okay, Barbara. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Again, a few people have enjoyed it. I need to self-correct, though. I definitely need to, and as Hep says, the more you do it, the better you get. I definitely need to improve because in that Bills game, I could feel it after the game that I got pretty dejected during the game. But I got to keep doing my job of doing, and I literally did the job, but doing it better of like, hey, not just sort of folding like a cheap suit. It was just difficult to continue to, sort of trudge along with no good things happening whatsoever. So I got to do a better job because hopefully no more of those games are coming. But if they do, we need to be prepared to continue to deliver you guys an entertaining product. So I will work on that personally for myself. Alon, BG, could you put up a map every week of what markets are getting the Jets game? For sure. Yeah, I know that's out there in the universe, so I'll try to do that each week, Alon, for sure. And then we can talk about it, poke at it, or what have it. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yo Home says, if the Bills punt 3 times tonight, I'd be shocked. Yeah, they play the Dolphins. And this is more scouting. Hey, the Dolphins are going to get a massive advantage over the Jets because they play back-to-back primetime games. The Dolphins play tonight on Thursday Night Football, and their next game up is against the Jets in Week 4 on Monday Night Football, and that's a game before a Cowboys game. So they're going to get a lot of rest here, and we'll see if the same coach is there. I don't wish firings on anybody, but NC Green, if Wilkes was a good defensive coach, he wouldn't have had so many teams he's worked for. I don't know if that's always true. I don't think so. Greg Williams has coached a lot of places. Does he suck? No. I think Greg Williams is a really good coach. I think there are a lot of reasons that you can move from location to location. It's not always sucky related. So I'd push back on that. But I think he is a really good coach. He's been around forever. Hop on Pop says, do your job and suck it up, Buttercup. There you go. So we'll see. This is going to be, this will be at Mark Sacchetti, a roller coaster season. And it should be great. By the way, real quick, I just want to say that all the tickets and everything, were all figured out. So Easy's taken care of, Hep's taken care of. Everybody who had any ticket issues are taken care of. The Jets apparently are having some sort of a worldwide issue on the ticket process for some people. So if you guys have any issues, again, just contact the Jets and they can figure it out. My part is finished from that perspective. You guys have your ticket. So one more time, I'm going to round out around this, and then we'll wrap up here. And we'll have a Boy Green Meets Woody later today with a special Buccaneers guest at 3 o'clock. But a couple of just notes and quotes here as we wrap it up here for the Jets-Cowboys game coming up in 2.5 weeks. I got the box. We have all our shirts. You guys are each, if you signed up at the appropriate time, everyone should have, you guys will receive a T-shirt for the Jets-Cowboys game of the tailgate and the date and some pictures and Jets logos and all that stuff on it to remember the game forever. So that package was delivered, which is awesome. So I'm going to go through that this weekend and organize it and have all that ready for you guys. So that's exciting. We have that in. Again, I spoke with the cinematographer last night. He's going to be ready to film everything. So we're going to have that taken care of for you guys. I've spoken with Chef Kevin Gilbert, and he's all ready and fired up for the food. So that's going to be a terrific part of the equation. And then again, I just want to send you guys another note here. And I said it at the beginning of the show, but I want to say it again with 400 people in the room. That when I first signed up to do this tailgate thing, I wasn't sure how many of you Jet fans and Boy Green Coffee Club members were going to come along. Shame on me for doubting you guys, but I wasn't sure. So the Jets asked, how many people do I think are going to go to this Jets-Cowboys game? And I said, I don't know, 25 maybe? Maybe not that many. I don't know. We'll sort of see what happens. They said, okay. Well, I mean, basically here's the ticket rate for that many people and all that jazz. And hey, if it changes, let us know. And it did. And now we're going to have 65 some odd people at this Jets Cowboys game. And I just received a gift from the New York Jets where they said we're going to have some on-field access, but not everybody. They said that they give seniority and perks to people that have been doing this group thing forever. The Jets media and several others have been doing this Jets group thing every year. So every year that you do, you get more and more and more and more perks. So I just want to give you guys a heads up that I just got this surprise from the Jets that we got a few on-field access things. So after the game, a few of us will be able to go on the field. And again, I wish I could do that for all of you guys. But what the Jets told me is if we keep doing this every year, eventually all of your people that come will be able to get on the field after the game. And I said, oh, that's so friggin' cool. So this year we will not be able to do it for everybody. So I want to give you guys a heads up. I don't want anything to be trippy or I did anything crazy with you guys. Again, I just got this surprise from the Jets. So a few of us will be able to go on the field after the game. And like I said, hopefully in the future we do this every year and that everyone eventually will be able to get on the field. So guys, make sure you save up your pennies. This is something I will announce. And if you're a part of Boy Green Daily and Boy Green Coffee Club, you'll hear me talk a lot about it. Leading up to the 2026 version of this event. We're already thinking about 2026 as we're here in the 2025 version. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up, though, that unfortunately not everyone will be able to get on the field. So it'll be special for only a couple of people, and which will be really cool. So we'll try to make it a really memorable moment for the people that are able to get on the field, which will be really cool. But like I said, for the future, we'll do it. We'll eventually do it, as the Jets said, if we keep doing it every year for everybody. So I'm looking forward to that when it does come. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Want to give you guys that heads up before we get to game week as soon as I just figured that out here. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got the meet and greet the night before at Chef Kevin Gilbert's restaurant, Saturday, October 4th, which is awesome. There's going to be the Jets-Cowboys game, which is going to be coming up on Sunday. There's just the Chef Kevin Gilbert food, the restaurant. Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. So absolutely can't wait. It's going to be sweet. And we will see you guys for that action coming up on the program. And as Brian says, like the video, hit subscribe as you're heading on your way out here, or if you're watching on the replay, we appreciate you guys as well. Again, we'll be back for Boy Green Meets Woody coming up at 3 o'clock right here on the channel. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you. Take care.